Now there's a reason why I don't like the 35mm and the 40mm, because they fill up the whole screen and you see less behind you. But if you need a close-up shot, this is the way you go. So this is the Sony 35mm, well, wait a minute, no, this is the Tamron, I'm sorry. 35mm at f2.8. Now it has a strange little lens to it on there, which gives you kind of like a it's a rectangle, okay? But you can add a filter to it. But I thought I'd give this a whirl. So I just got done with the 24mm with the Tamron and Sony. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the 35 with the Tamron and 40mm with the Sony. This is the Sony A7S III. So let's look at some beautiful flowers. Look at that. Get real close. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me back up. So this is a 35mm viewing. Let me get close. See, that's pretty good. I can get really close up. Look at that. Isn't that something? Gorgeous, isn't it? Look how close I can get. This is an f2.8. There's Wanda. So if I do a scroll, okay? So like I said, the subject matter or subject that you're trying to record is a lot closer as you go higher in the focal range. So this is much closer than the 20mm. I don't see any barrel distortion. And the autofocus looks good, and the subject tracking is on animals. And you see Mr. Chiller right there. I hear the planes, but they're not flying over here. They're flying north and south right now. But look at the clouds. Gorgeous, right? Look at that cloud. And can you see the light bulbs? So this is a 35mm, okay? f2.8. So I'm purposely going into the shade for two reasons. One is to show you the difference, if you can still see things in the dark. And the other thing is so I can stay out of direct sunlight and stay cool. Look at that. Isn't that something? Of course, can't see the jets. Okay. So 3 quick videos today. Yeah, I need to cut these back. So I don't know if these are flowers or what, but and this has been dead all year. Those 2 branches. I might get rid of those. So anyway, Let me get back to here. Get in the sunlight so I can see my face. So I see 35 millimeter fills up the whole space. You don't see much behind me. So I guess this is okay if you set it down and you stand back a little bit further. You can get this far away. Let me get closer. So right now, I'm going to compare this to the 40 millimeter compact to this Tamron 35 millimeter from Sony. And it's a 2.5. This is a 2.8, okay? And it's a smaller lens, but anyway. That's it into this one. Let me go up here. Stay in the frame. There we go. Okay. Next lens, please. So this should be a little bit bigger than the 35 millimeter, but this is the 40 millimeter compact. Let me close this door. See if you can see me in the mirror. So you see the lens is a little bit smaller. Yeah, now you can see me. You won't be able to see this lens side. But if I take the Tamron, okay, yeah, it's a lot larger. It's about this much larger. But anyway, enough said of that. Let me walk through the house one more time. So you can see the reflection on my glasses as I get closer to the window. Am I clear or am I sharp? I should be sharp now. So I noticed that with this camera, if you are in the daylight, it focuses better. A lot of cameras, they have a problem focusing in the dark. So I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to vlog, I'm just going to look at the plants, see how close I can get. See, the flower hasn't closed up yet. Yeah, it's not recognizing the flower. Okay, I got tracking on animal. See, that's an animal. Mr. Chilling. Is it focusing on him? Yeah, he's looking at me and says, "What are you doing now?" Okay. So there's a plant. Here's the, so see, far away shot, you can see how big this one is. Let me go over here. Show you one leaning down, a smaller one. But look how long that is. That's pretty long. Beautiful yellow flowers. Okay. So with the A7SIII, it's only a 12 megapixel camera. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All those shoots of flowers ready to come out and bloom. Okay, I'm too close. There we go. How's that? How's this? Isn't that gorgeous? Of course, these are already shutting down because it's in the shade. So let me walk around. And, you know, this is bigger than the 35 millimeter. It's active. on the stabilization. Steady shot. Not normal, okay? And I'm holding it with my left hand, which is not very steady. I'm walking in the dark. Am I in focus? Is my cat in focus? It looks sharp. Looks sharper now. Yeah, I think I'm going to remove that from the EVF as the bar. So let's do a twirl. Okay, so actually you can't see that much behind me, and it might be a little bit more blurrier. It's at 2.5, and you see I'm filling up the whole screen. Okay, so one more test, walk around, and that'll be the end of this video. So I compared the Tamron 35mm f2.8 with this Sony compact 40mm. I think it's a G lens, yeah, G lens, and it's a 2.5 at 2.5. If you're going to use lower aperture lenses, open it all up. I like aperture priority, auto ISO to begin with, and then you work your way to manual for the best type. But I'm going to test out the focusing. It looks okay. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, folks. Have a wonderful day.